Hello Tarot lovers and Lenormand lovers of course, and welcome here at Ground Tarot Readings. In the last two videos I showed you vintage Lenormand decks, Red Owl and Blue Owl, and the vintage decks from Kartenleger with the lovely gold edges on two of the decks I showed you. And this time around I wanted to show you contemporary Lenormand decks. So as kind of a crossover, I'm going to show you first this Antikes Lenormand for Kartenleger. So this is an antique Lenormand for card readers. This is a German deck, and you would say, well, what's contemporary about it if it's antique? Well, it's not a genuine antique. It says here number one, a bit in reference to the numbers of Red Owl and Blue Owl. And this is a deck that's a deck from 2008. So it's really contemporary and modern, but it's made from example from 1900. And it's made by Holger Klinzmann and Dittrich. So, and therefore you see on each card the initials of their surnames, D and K. So this looks like an emblem, a sign. And if we look at the cards, you see here that there are quite some instruction cards. Let's see 7 instruction cards on how to work with Lenormand and in general and in particular with this deck. And so here you see this is the Lenormand, which doesn't have the playing cards. So this is the, oh my god, I always mix the two up. This is the edition with the verses, you would say, but it isn't. This is an edition where it gives explanations here. So it says the writer and then the explanation in general for love, for career, for your health, astrological sign and everything. So this is really, really interesting. And I think, so here you have the back side of the cards, like them as well. And I think this is really a new edition, extra interesting, and really it has some more worth. And I also very much like the graphics. So they really add something to the whole Lenormand spectrum out there. But actually it's not an edition because it's an old edition. Here, this type of blue, oh, it's so beautiful. And this one as well. So this is a 1900s edition. And what's also interesting here is that there are 4 extra cards. And as you know, some card makers do extra cards, so you can choose from the person card, who do I identify with another kind of woman. There are 2 men cards, 2 women cards, or something like this. But in this case they have these 4 added cards, ja, nein, so yes or no cards, and später or jetzt, so now or later. So that's also a really, really interesting and nice edition. So this is a deck that, yeah, it was kind of a surprise for me. I didn't know the deck. And yeah, it's really a good Lenormand to have in a collection, because it really has added value because of it looking so beautiful and the interesting take on symbolism, but also the 4 added cards. So I'm going through it a bit faster as usual because I have a lot to cover. Also, we're going a bit further in time. Pixie, as tarot lovers may know, is the nickname of Pamela Colman Smith. And what somebody did, a great marketing genius, I would say, is of course take Pixie's tarot, so the Smith Rider-Waite tarot, as inspiration to make a Lenormand deck. And this is from US Game Systems. It comes in a really nice box, and here you have it. So the cards are a bit small for the box. I think it would be better if you would put kind of a cloth in them, so they won't get hurt or damaged or so. But if you look here, you really see the inspiration of Pamela Colman Smith. You really see her here. You see the 4 of Cups with your mind's eye, and here you see, I think, the Ace of Pentacles. Well, I would say one of the Ace cards probably. And here you see the Star, of course. So here is Pixie herself. She's called the lady. That's very nice. And here you have the lilies, and it's all in her style. And first I thought, okay, real Lenormand, but have Pamela Coleman Smith in there. It really is a marketing thing, and I'm not really into that kind of thing. But then I also saw the booklet, and this is really, really high quality. And with everything, I can't help but say, you look at the back. The back is also, it's very subtle, I would say. I can't help but say, I love the deck. I really like it. I really do. So normally I would say, this is something that that is kind of like borrowing, and I don't know about that, but yeah, it's beautiful, and it really, I would say it does her justice. Well, I can judge on that. Her spirit has to do that, but yeah, it really looks very, very nice. I have to admit that they're made by Edmund-Zebrowski, and well, good job on you, Edmund. And as you know, I have many more to go. I think I have to make 2 videos out of this, because I won't make it otherwise. So as promised, I will go to, and I have to admit, she has become kind of a friend of mine, Irene Captijn, and I really like her personally, but I also like her work. You could say that she's a contemporary artist. She's modest about it herself because she uses AI. And you may know her from her published deck Sweet Blossom Lenormand, and recently published deck that's a fall Lenormand. Name has skipped me. I didn't purchase it yet, so maybe it comes to me. But that those decks are really artistic, and they're really popular, and for good reasons. But they're made with AI, and everybody is a fan of AI. And as Irene says, if it's not your deck, don't use it. But she also self-publishes decks, and I fell in love with this deck. Oh, and really with this bead as well, but fell in love with this deck. She published it in French and in English, and I hope she will publish it in German and in Dutch too. So it's always have to be a bit careful to get it out here. I like that she puts it in such a plain box, because if you put it in such a plain box, you really do the cards justice. You see, so if you put it on display, and I really like that. I don't know if you see quite eye to eye on that, but she's a bit of a perfectionist. So, but if you put it somewhere like this, they're really secure in the box. Nothing can happen to them. If you spill coffee on them or so, and if they're in the box, nothing happens. And you can see how nice they are. Anyway, so this is a Christmas Lenormand she made. So she self-publishes a lot of decks, really a lot of decks. And there are different tastes for different people. This was the back side, this is the front side, and this really is my taste. I really love this Mary Belle Lenormand. I really love the colors. I showed you had the vintage deck, this one with the kind of blue color that I like so much. And here you see it as well. So look at this creativity. So the blue and the reds on this, it's really sweet, it's really cute, but not in a tacky way. It's really in a very nice fairy tale like atmosphere. Oh my god, I love this deck so much. It's so, if you have to give someone a gift, look, even the casket looks cute here. How can you do that? How can you make the coffin look good? Well, she does it. So I have to look at the time, but it's just to give you an impression, and you may want to check it out yourself, because it's really very lovely. So I hope you like this video. In the next video I have 2 Lenormand unboxings to do. This one, and this one I have no clue what it is, and 2 other Lenormands, and the LGBTQ Lenormand. So bear with me. Hope you like this video, and love to see you next time, Lenormand lovers. Bye bye.